Hey everyone, Blue here. Unfortunately, I will not make it in time to finish the latest episode of Dragon Ball Universe on July the 1st. The Saiyan saga, basically, where Vegeta and Nappa come in. I do try always to make it to the first of each month, but the episodes are getting longer and longer, which is fine, and I try to do more with them. So it takes a little bit more time. So please be a little bit more patient. But the latest episode is coming in shortly. Today I'm going to give you a breakdown or a review of some sorts of my own point of view from my own Dragon Ball Universe episodes. You can see it like a creator's point of view, and sometimes I'll tell you a bit more about the video that you may or may not have missed the first time. I like to also sometimes point out certain things as a stop motion artist, like what was fun to do, what was difficult to do, and to give you also like more of like a behind the scenes. I don't know if that's the right word actually, but behind the I don't know. Just bear with me. But it will be fun. It will be something new. So today I will break down the first episode of Dragon Ball Universe called High Class Warrior. So the first thing you basically see is that the first part is on Frieza Prime. It's basically Frieza's planet where he resides when he's not out conquering the universe or something. It's not his home world or anything. It's just a world that he conquered one day. He's like, okay, this is pretty. I'll call it Frieza Prime from now on. And you see Ginyu with a soldier who's Rikume's half brother. I needed to make another character for later on in the video. He's basically a kit bash of armored Trunks and Android 16. The purple accessories like his cape and his wrist things are from a Marvel Legends Prowler figure that I obtained a year ago, something. You also see that he walks by Jace. Jace is going through his phone through Tinder. That little flame is the Tinder. It's a dating app, Jace is the pretty boy. And Vegeta, who takes 0 orders from anyone of the Ginyu Force. You won't see Rikume or Burter because they're not released yet, but they're basically mentioned. Well, Rikume is at least. Guldo is like eating in the sort of cafeteria kind of thing. Tries to be smug against Vegeta. Because I needed something that Vegeta will throw, like a dog biscuit, dog cookie, as a Team 4-star reference. But I didn't have a cookie to throw at him, so I just used a Cyberman. Guldo basically gets annoyed that Vegeta did that, but gets smacked in the face by Frieza's tail. Basically, that's something I read on the wikis, that Guldo tried to have a heated conversation with Vegeta, like they go out of hand, and Frieza stops them by slapping Guldo. At this moment, Frieza commands Vegeta to take on a planet called Beans, which is a planet in the Dragon Ball galaxy, what I looked up in the wiki as well. I always try to do that. But he notices that Raditz isn't here. He's not released yet at this point. So Frieza gets a bit suspicious, like why he's not here. Vegeta just lies, tells him that he had something messed up and that Raditz is going to clean it up. So Frieza doesn't have to worry about anything. At this point, Raditz is going towards Earth to get his younger brother. But Frieza doesn't know about that yet, because he would go on a rampage, probably because he will find out that there's not a Saiyan survivor. Let's see, so basically Beans has no space technology, but they have something that Frieza would want. Vegeta would be confused at first, but agrees and promises that he and Nappa would be enough to take on planet Beans. When Vegeta and Nappa arrive on planet Beans, they make quick work of most soldiers and inhabitants there. They're not as strong as they are on Earth, because they get stronger every time they fight, so they had to be a little bit weaker. But I wanted to show you how ruthless the Saiyans basically are under Frieza's command, also by themselves, but also under Frieza's command, by killing off most soldiers and inhabitants. The tech that Frieza was after is basically the symbiote technology that the beings have, experimenting on. But the leader, he commanded that it was going to be destroyed because he thought, we're not going to win this and we do not want them to have their hands on it. So we fight and they die and stuff like that. Nappa said, that's basically stupid because that's the only reason why you are still alive. But, now you're going to die because Frieza has no use for you anymore. After some time, Oregano, the half-brother of Recoome that you saw earlier, arrives with salt and pepper to terraform the planet into a parking lot. But if you are a long-time subscriber to the channel, or if you've seen basically all those stop-motion videos I did in the past, you would recognize both Salt and Pepper. They're both basically Kamen Rider figure arts. I used them before in a cancelled series now called Dragonball Z. I also gave them the name Salt and Pepper back in the day. So it's basically a homage to that cancelled series. So I wanted to include them one more time. They died, but I wanted to include them. But that's not all. Bardock survived. Whoa. At first I wanted to end the video around there. Basically that would be the end of it all. But Bardock was released during my scripting and filming this video. So I just had to include him. I had no idea how else I was going to include Bardock inside the series. So he was there. Planet Beans. He was being held in a cryo sleep coma kind of thing. And he destroyed the scouters, basically anything that could record him to be there, because if Frieza finds out about Bardock, because he recognizes him, shit would go down. I only made a little mistake with his lines. It bothered me after I was done editing, that he said that he was being held somewhere in the space station until the traders over there sold him. But after that, I forgot all about that and said that, someone like Frieza, basically Frieza, came towards that trader station and, they had to ship Bardock off because they would recognize him to Planet Beans. Something happened over there that they didn't come to pick him up, and the Bean people didn't know what to do, so they kept him in that coma, basically. But that's basically my mistake, so sorry about that. Bardock knows Vegeta, but not the other way around, because Bardock is a little bit older. He's basically, or I think around Nappa's age, or a little bit older, maybe a little bit younger, but definitely older than Vegeta, so he would recognize him. Vegeta not really recognizes Bardock because, he's a lower class Saiyan. Vegeta doesn't give much craps about that. But he's surprised that he survived, basically Frieza's betrayal. He said, okay, let's be tactical about this. Do not show yourself to Frieza at any way, so scram. They did that. I had a little bit of fun with Space Google Hangouts and Spacebook because of Team 4-Star, because I really like those series of Team 4-Star, and they use that kind of things a lot, so it's also another reference to them. So yeah. So this video was basically a launching point towards Dragon Ball Universe, the direction on how I want to tell it to you and show it to you, as a reboot, of course. And there's not much spectacular in fights going on or in animations in this video, but it was a start to get you basically invested in this series, and I had to start at the beginning as far as I could go. So yeah. So thank you so much for watching and hearing me ramble on. I don't really script much of these review kind of things. I have a little bit of a thing in front of me where I read it up, but I always get chaotic because of my personality. That's me. I hope you enjoyed, and the next review will be Bardock's episode. So until next time, thanks again, and see you.